All right, my friends. So Elimination Chamber has come and passed. We are now halfway through the road to WrestleMania. It's just a few weeks away. And first impressions of the pay-per-view. Disregarding future storylines and what it means for that, what did you think of the show by itself?
The show by itself was decent. It did what Elimination Chamber does. It's solid pay-per-view. It usually always delivers. I don't think I've ever been like super disappointed with one or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either. I felt the same way. We had a couple of title changes.
Yeah, surprisingly enough.
Surprisingly, let's start with the bigger one. Miz cashes in his Money in the Bank, which I did not expect him to do in this pay-per-view, at least. I expected him maybe to do it Mania or after Mania. I don't know how much longer he was supposed to have the Money in the Bank. That's unclear to me, because I know you're supposed to have it for like a year, but he took it off of Otis, so I don't know.
I think it's from when that Money in the Bank was issued is the way that I would play it.
Which is June, I think. June or July.
But I don't think anybody's held on to it past Mania ever.
Didn't Kennedy hang on to it for like a year? No, Kennedy announced when he was going to cash it in, and that never happened.
Right, you are.
I think he like left the company or got let go or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, so technically he's still Mr. Money in the Bank.
Technically, yes, he never lost it. If you're going by WWE rules, Santino Marella still has never been eliminated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Miz is the champ.
Neither has Curtis Axel, apparently.
That's the one. I got the wrong guy. So the Miz is the champ. I'm happy about it. I'm happy for the Miz because I think it's a long time coming for him.
I think it's too long overdue and it's too late.
I was just going to say that. It's so long overdue, the timing is not right. His window.
It doesn't feel right. It feels weird. And I have the inkling that he's going to have that belt for around about 8 days.
See, that makes it even worse. If he hangs on to the title and really helps legitimize it, because he re-legitimized the IC belt better than anybody has in a long time. Because for a little while, that belt was kind of a joke.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree with that. That sounds right.
Yeah, I think putting him back with Morrison, I don't know. I think they're good together. It's the writing that they're doing for them is just really annoying and bad.
It is bad. They're harping on the nostalgia a lot, and I didn't care for it back then, to be quite honest. So
me neither.
It's lost on me. I don't know if it's like, remember, I didn't watch it for a couple years when John Cena was like the top guy. So maybe it's working for some people, but I don't think so.
No, I think it's Dave Meltzer earlier this week was on Wrestling Observer and was distinguishing, he and Brian Alvarez both, I forgot who said it, but they were distinguishing between annoying heat and money heat. Like,
yeah, there's
Roman Reigns.
Throwaway heat. Yeah. Which, like Baron Corbin had for a while. Now that's kind of subsided. But right now, that's what the Miz is along with Morrison, which sucks.
Yeah,
he's super talented.
Yeah, they both are. Those are two guys. The Miz is definitely a guy that I would love to see just unscripted promos. Give him a microphone and let him go.
Yeah.
Like, I get it for people just coming out of NXT, but the dude has been around, 15 years?
Yeah, and I don't know. He's gone off script, right? He's got some of the most talked about segments on Talking Smack, and just let him do what he does, man. He's an annoying, cocky dude, and that's his whole shtick. And what blows my mind still to this day is that was his alter ego when he was drunk on the Real World. Like,
yeah,
wow.
He's always
that dude is WWE champion.
So yeah, that right now he's not money heat. He can generate money heat if they let him. Like Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, head of the table thing, that is money heat.
Yep, he has a seat at my table. It's just open. I don't even sit in it.
Exactly. I honestly tune in. I do watch SmackDown simply to see what's happening next with Roman. Who's challenging him? Who might beat him? You hate him a little bit, but you also love him because you appreciate what he's doing.
Yeah, he is. It goes to show you that he's known what he's doing this whole time. They've got the writing aspect of it down.
Mm-hmm.
He's been good this whole time. That whole thing that like everybody hated Roman, he's a great performer. He does whatever he can with what he's got.
Mm-hmm. Right. He shed the bulletproof vest. He's getting, I don't know if he already, I should know this because I kind of watched part of the match on mute while doing other things.
No new music. No new music.
Okay. He's got to get new music at some point, but
I'm in my own camp apparently on this because I like it. I like the music. It fits him as a good guy. It fits him as a bad guy. It works. Don't fix it if it's not broken.
I guess, yeah, he's great the way he is right now. Don't try to, I guess don't try to mess with it too much. But if he could have better music, is what I'm saying.
It has to be like leaps and bounds better than what it is. You can't just have like some like the Usos music. You can't just like kind of copy that and like kind of mesh it together with what he has right now. Like none of that would work, and I would hate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I forgot what point I went off on a tangent. So we were talking about the title change with the Miz. Yeah, the timing.
One thing that did disappoint me from the entire thing was, and I guess they're doing it on purpose. Clearly, they're doing it on purpose. Mm-hmm. I still have no Fiend, and I'm still very upset about it.
Okay, well, that brings me to my next point, because the Fiend is on Raw, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Keith Lee got hurt, we found out recently.
Yeah, he's dealing with some nagging injury or something.
Yeah, so he's not in the chamber. I think what happened was, I think the Miz cashing in was a last-minute decision.
Well, he wasn't in the chamber match. He was in the triple threat for the U.S. title.
Right. Yeah. Well, he wasn't in the chamber pay-per-view, is what I meant, not the match.
Gotcha.
I know he wasn't in the. He should have been in the match.
What are you gonna do?
But anyway, I think they did have plans for him at some point to possibly be in a triple threat or some kind of fatal four-way for the title, because other world title, it's one-on-one Edge and Roman, and they better not mess with that. It better stay that way.
I mean, wouldn't put it past them to throw Daniel Bryan in there, but I think that's a separate match that Edge wants by like on its own. He does want to work with Daniel Bryan, but I don't think he would like pitch that to the higher ups.
No, he wouldn't. So that's a one-on-one match. Usually what WWE likes to do is you got one-on-one match, the other one is going to be a triple threat or a fatal four-way. So what I see happening is fatal four-way for the WWE title, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Miz, and Bobby Lashley.
I don't hate it. I don't think that Sheamus is going to be in it. I think that we hear I see an F5 very, very close to happening over here on Raw. One of these days, he's just going to show up, F5 everybody, point at the sign, let's go.
I wouldn't hate that either. If it's him instead of Sheamus, that'd be a fatal four-way I'd like to see, because you honestly, who's winning? You don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I would have no idea who's winning. Brock could win. Lashley could win.
Lashley could finally win.
Miz can find a sneaky way to retain, Drew can win it back. Anything is possible in that match. So I wouldn't hate that if they just gave everybody a participation ribbon and just, hey, you're all in the match. This is that would work.
They've got some just fallout from Raw last night, just to change it up for a second. They need to rebuild Braun Strowman somehow, because he lost pretty quickly to Bobby Lashley last night, and but I do think it's going to build to a program between him and Shane McMahon.
Between Strowman and Shane McMahon?
I think they're going to have a match at Mania.
Why can't the McMahons stay out of Mania?
I don't know why, but it wouldn't be a bad match. He does Shane McMahon does super risky shit, and Braun Strowman's just gonna eat him for breakfast or dinner.
No, but I'm sick of it already.
I'm sick of it too. But if you're gonna give him something, that's something.
Yeah, I suppose, and I wouldn't put it past him because for years it was Vince had to be involved in a match, and now for years it's been Shane has to be involved in a match.
Hey, you know what? I'd be on the train for Stephanie having a match. Just
against who?
I don't know. Throw her against Asuka. Who cares?
Asuka needs an opponent, I guess.
But on Raw they did, and that was another thing from the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
On the pre-show, they mentioned that what's going to happen with Asuka. Like they mentioned it the entire pre-show because Lacey's pregnant. What's going to happen? And then during the show, not a peep about Asuka and the title. Nothing. We do have a bright spot in the Raw last night. We got a little vignette. Rhea's coming to Raw.
Yes, very happy about that. Now, does she go straight for the title, or
strap a rocket to her, give her the title?
I agree. She had so much momentum behind her last year that she lost when she lost to Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
She has somehow gotten that back, which is very rare.
Yep.
To just get it back in a year shows how good she is, and it shows that NXT knows what the hell they're doing with their talent. So,
yeah. Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Get rid of the old man.
Yeah. Or just, I don't know, tell him to take a bathroom break during her segments. It's like, Vince, I got this one. You know, do what you got. Make that call. Do what you got to do.
You know what? He honestly should have creative control or some sort of input from the people that get called up. That would honestly be the best way to handle any of it.
You know what? That's where the pandemic, I think, kind of screwed things up, because I think the plan was to give Triple H more control last year, while Vince can focus on the business side and the XFL and all that stuff. Remember, that was kind of the plan.
Yeah, well, the XFL fell apart, and now The Rock owns it. Ha ha!
Yeah. Well, COVID had something to do with that. I don't know how long the XFL was going to last, even without COVID, but at least that first season, you know, it was going to have Vince's attention.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. But anyway, so Miz is champ. I'm on one end happy he won the belt finally. 3-4 years
happy for him. I think that the story sucks.
I agree. I think the story sucks. But if they do this whole thing where they throw in everybody into one match for the title, a fatal 4-way, a fatal 5-way even, I think that solves the problem.
Yep.
So that's that.
Make it a spectacle. Make it like one of those. Make it a spectacle. Make it like those old, like I've watched some of these retro pay-per-views recently, and like make it one of those. Make it a Hell in a Cell match. Make it something nuts that has like all the superstars. Like there was one back in the day. I forgot what pay-per-view it was, but it was like Rikishi, The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold, and Kurt Angle.
Rikishi like got thrown onto the thing of hay.
Yeah, he got thrown into like a dump truck or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, it was Armageddon 2000, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, give me one of those.
I'd be cool with that.
Give me a Hell in a Cell. Give me some crazy spots. Put some people that are absolutely nuts in there.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Make Bobby Lashley throw, I don't know, put AJ Styles in it. Have him throw Omos off the top of it. I don't know.
No, and if you do this, I mean, I feel like Lashley would have. I mean, Brock would have already made an appearance if he's going to be at Mania. Maybe they're still agreeing on a contract. I don't know. Who knows what the hell's happening?
Brock's going to do whatever he's going to do.
Yeah.
Because on the other side of things, I would lose my flipping mind if he just showed up because Tony Khan gave him a ton of money and he just showed up at Revolution.
We have talked about this. Tony Khan does have more money than Vince. He could outbid him for Brock.
Well, I think his dad has more money than Vince. I don't think Tony has quite that kind of money.
Well, the Khan family.
The Khan family has way more money than Vince.
Yes.
How much money Daddy is willing to spend on Brock Lesnar is a
one
different
guy. Yeah, look, if it was strictly a money thing, yeah, AEW's definitely in the running for him. However, I think after all these years, Brock has a little bit of a loyalty to Vince because he knows Vince is going to give him like the cushiest deal possible.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You only have to show up 4 times. He knows Vince is going to protect them with the booking and never make him look bad. The cons he doesn't really know, so Brock's no dummy, you know. So
no, he's not an idiot. He's a businessman at the end of the day. I mean, he's an athlete and a freak athlete at that, but he's a businessman at the end. Like, he knows what to do.
Yeah, if anything, he's going to use AEW as a bargaining ploy to drive the price tag up. He's staying with WWE.
He did the same thing with UFC and WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So
a couple times.
He's done it before. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah. So those are the title pictures right now. For Raw, it's kind of up in the air. SmackDown, it's pretty clear. Now, Edge made his decision. He's going for Roman. He's going for the Blue Universal title, which I thought
it's never not funny.
Which I thought of the 3, hands down, makes the most sense. It would have been kind of cool to see him go after the NXT title, but the money matches him and Roman.
Yeah, because that one, the Roman one, it doesn't hurt him if he loses that match.
Right.
I still think he wins the match, in my opinion.
That's where we disagree, but go
on. Just the Cinderella story. I mean, that's just it writes itself, man. That's a feel-good moment for Mania.
They always kind of.
And you can have a dick win on the Raw side. You can have Bobby Lashley win.
Yeah.
People aren't going to be happy about Bobby Lashley winning. Like, nobody's going to cheer for this.
No. I mean, and who would have to win the WWE title for it to be like a feel-good moment?
No one?
No
I don't
one.
know anybody.
No, because McIntyre's had it for a year now.
Yeah, but he hasn't won it in front of fans. So if he wins it in front of fans, feel-good moment.
Yeah, but I think the feel-good moment that Vince would be going for at the end of the show is, you're right, is Edge beating Roman. However, I think if you really want to build up, you got to have Roman built up as a mega heel, first of all, like unstoppable heel, to eventually have him drop it to somebody you're going to pass the torch to.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, we can have at the show of shows have, Edge loses, whatever, it is what it is. And at oh my God, WrestleMania, I popped. Roman wins, he's celebrating being a douche, and The Rock's music hits because that's next year's Mania match. My head explodes. I have to now clean the living room.
Yeah. But then does he drop the title to The Rock a year later?
He'd have to lose it in between somewhere and pick it back up, but he would defeat The Rock. I think the guy that takes it off of him for a little bit, maybe one of the Usos
or Owens.
Owens. Ugh, God, I love Owens.
I love KO, but the thing is, they've done that match to death already. It's like that window is almost closed.
Oh no, I think it's closed.
I think
it's closed and it might have shutters on it.
Yeah. I think they should put KO against Sammy because Sammy was absolutely hysterical during that entire match.
It was gold is what
amazing.
It was. He's always gold though.
Love him. They need to put, because they had like a little thing within the match. They had the little match. So you could easily put them against each other.
Well, yeah, because Sammy was like trying to get him. He's like, wait, remember, we're friends. We used to be friends. And KO was having none of it. But I love good guy KO, but bad guy KO, way better.
Yeah.
Well, so if he were to team up with him and go after the tag titles, that would make me all happy.
That'd be great.
That would be phenomenal, but enough fantasy booking.
Yeah. No, but I need to see them. I need to see them fight each other at a WrestleMania, at a big stage first.
Okay.
They don't have to fight for a title. They just put on an amazing match. So there's that. You think Edge beats Roman? He could.
You know what would be awesome for those two? Just total. I just had like a thought bubble, and I was like, what if they think that it's too big of a match for WrestleMania and they have to do it at a takeover?
Which match?
Like KO versus Sammy. They're like, no, this isn't a WrestleMania match. This is a takeover match.
Yeah, well, for us, yeah, that's what we would say, but Vince would never say that.
Yeah, Vince wouldn't, but we would, and NXT would.
Oh, yeah.
Triple H is like, yes, delicious. Give me this.
Absolutely. I'll lap it up. So I think the guy that eventually takes it off Roman, it's got to be your next baby face that kind of carries the torch for one of the guys that carries the torch for the company is Big E.
Yeah, it could. I could see that, and that would be awesome.
I would.
Or if we build him up correctly, there's a few guys on that roster that can do it. Cesaro is one of those guys.
That's going to take time. That's going to take some time, but you could. They are building him up. They are focusing on him more, which I like.
Yeah, and that's apparently at the behest of one Daniel Bryan, who has a lot of pull backstage.
Thank God for that, dude. I mean,
yep.
I mean, well, now Drew Gulak is getting thrown around by what's his face?
By Bad Bunny?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, it's sad.
El Conejo Malo. Yeah.
But anyway, that's pretty much it as far as it was a short show. It was like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, and it was very short. Just talk about Bad Bunny a little bit. That's yet another reason why I don't think The Miz is going to hold on to this, because he's rumored to have a tag team match between him, Morrison, and Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. That is rumored to happen at WrestleMania. So
that's going to happen, yeah.
He's not having that title very long, and he faces Bobby Lashley next week for the title.
That sucks. Then why have him cash it in?
Because he shouldn't. He should have just failed the cash in the first time, and that's it. He shouldn't have had it anymore.
No. I just thought of it as I said it. They're protecting Drew and protecting Bobby. You know what I'm saying? So Drew won the match, but he lost it. You know, in a
because of Bobby.
A Money in the Bank, a Money in the Bank cash in, and especially the way it happened, where there was a lot of shenanigans, it does not make Drew look weak. Bobby Lashley loses the U.S. title without being pinned, so he still looks strong.
He helped The Miz cash in.
Right. So
it's like a hurt business deal type of thing.
Yeah.
And you can make, MVP look like he orchestrated the whole thing if you want to.
Yeah. So it was designed to make, at the ultimate expense of The Miz, it's to make Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley still look strong in losing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
Yeah. We might get our, I don't know if it's going to be for the championship, but we might have a match in between Fastlane, since it's the pointless one. Sheamus may get his match, just a grudge match versus Drew McIntyre. I don't think it goes past that.
Yeah, that's what Fastlane is for, to like tie up any loose ends.
Yep, that's what it's for. The final stop on the road to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Yep, your Sunday night episode of Raw. So
Sunday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday Night Raw down.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much it, man. Anything you want to add on the show?
No, I'm excited for what we're doing. It looks like we're heading to like Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the title at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's happening with Asuka. We hope it's with Rhea, and that would be awesome. The only thing that would be better, in my opinion, is if Asuka loses it very soon to Charlotte and they get their rematch and Rhea gets the win and the title at Mania. That would be poetic justice. I like it.
Yep. And then Alexa Bliss appears after that match at Mania.
Doesn't matter. Alexa Bliss would be great because she's going to be tied up all the way until WrestleMania with the Fiend.
Right. And the reason why that has significance is because, and the reason why I said Alexa Bliss is because, remember, she was eliminated from the Royal Rumble by Rhea.
I like it already.
So that could be a nice little rivalry going into the next big pay-per-view, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, believe Alexa Bliss wins Money in the Bank. She has a shiny little toy that she can play with in the playground.
Yes. I like it.
That's not the title, and she can just, tease and play around, and like she gets to be a complete goofball with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. And tease when she wants to cash it in. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, she can just do that for months, and I don't think I would get bored of it.
Nobody would.
Well, to be fair, I don't get bored of her to begin with. Like, she's that entertaining.
I know. I'm telling you, she maybe has another year and a half with the company as a full-timer.
Looks like she's having a good time. So,
yeah, but I'm telling you, Hollywood's scooping her up soon.
I'd hate to see her go.
Yeah, but whatever. Anyway, I think that does it for us. We will be back at some point this week to review, just talk wrestling in general. If something big happens, obviously we'll be here to talk about it. So,
yep. Only big thing that we had, apart from reviewing the show, was Lacey Evans is pregnant for real.
Yeah, she actually is pregnant. For those who don't know, now with Ric Flair's baby, with her husband's. So, congrats to her. So she'll be out for a year, unfortunately, but congrats to her.
And and Bailey split up with her AEW boyfriend, fiance person.
Really? He was in AEW?
Yeah, he was on Dark a few times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is a professional wrestler as well.
Oh, no, I knew that. I didn't know he was on AEW.
Yeah, he had wrestled on Dark quite a few times.
Okay.
So, John, there's a chance.
Go for it. Bailey, if you're listening, if you're one of the 17 people that view this video,
there's a chance for your boy over here.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that does it for us. Scoop on the Slams. Also, by the way, there could be a name change coming soon to the whole thing. Still discussing that, but we'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah, and we might have like an intro video and stuff soon. So
we will.
Keep your eyes out for that.
Yes. All right.
All 17 of you.
Intro music, no, it'll be bumped up to like 20 something.
Nice.
Now we got fan base. All right, buddy. We'll talk soon. Everybody,
All right, bud.
take
See
care.
ya.